Hi guys, this is Laddie. Welcome back to another video. And today we're going to be ranking the Rush albums with featuring guest star Halbuska. So today we're going to be ranking the Rush albums from worst to best. And as I view Rush, they don't really have a bad album, you know? I mean, there's so many great albums by Rush, and all 19 of their albums are awesome. And well, especially the top 10. The top 10 are the best of the best, in my opinion. Um, and yeah, we'll get into ranking. But first, I went to the Nick Mason concert last night. Oh, looks like, oh, he's on my bed. All right, good. Um, I went to the Nick Mason concert last night, and it was spectacular. It was awesome. They played so they played stuff before Dark Side of the Moon. So like from Piper to Obscured by Clouds. So Piper at the Gates of Dawn to Obscured by Clouds. And they also played singles. They played the singles that they played. They played Arnold Lane, See Emily Play. They also played Vegetable Man, which wasn't released on a Pink Floyd album, it was a Syd Barrett song, and Point Me at the Sky. They actually ended the concert with Point Me at the Sky, and in my opinion, that was a little bizarre to end off with that song. It's a good song, but bizarre to end it off. Piper at the Gates of Dawn, they played Astronomy Domine, Lucifer Sam, what else? What else? Interstellar Overdrive, and Bike. So yeah, they played there. On A Saucer Full of Secrets, they played Let There Be More Light, Remember a Day, Set the Controls for the Heart of the Sun, and A Saucer Full of Secrets. I actually played, well, Jug Band Blues was the song that when everyone was exiting the theater. So yeah. On More, they played the Nile song, and Green is the Color. They didn't play any songs on Amagama, and that actually kind of surprised me because, well, if the Grand Vizier's Garden Party was played because it's Nick Mason's band, but I don't know. So they didn't play anything on Amagama. On Atom Heart Mother, they played Atom Heart Mother and If. Well, If was before Atom Heart Mother, and then they did If, like a short part of If, and then they did the Atom Heart Mother suite. Not the whole thing, but like some of it. And then they did If Reprise. On Metal, they played One of These Days and Fearless. I'm surprised they didn't play Echoes. I don't know. And on Obscured by Clouds, they played Obscured by Clouds, When You're In, what was, and Childhood's End. So yeah, that's what they played. But anyway, we're gonna be ranking the Rush albums, from my least favorite to my favorite. So let's get into this. There's 19 albums. I like all these albums, but something has to be at the bottom. So number 19 is Hold Your Fire, released on September 8th, 1987. Highlights of the album: Time Stands Still and Prime Mover, mostly those two, because those two tracks are awesome, especially Time Stands Still because it's one of their greatest, I think. So yeah. Tracks that did not stick out on the album: um if I had to choose, maybe Tai Shan, but still a great song, I think, in my opinion. Number 18 is Test for Echo, released on September 10th, 1996. Highlights of the album: Driven is awesome. Time in Motion is also good too. And Half the World was also good. And there's many more, but I'm not really familiar with the album. Tracks that didn't stick out, if I had to choose, maybe Dog Years, but something has to be at the bottom. Number 17 is Presto, released on November 22nd, 1989. Highlights of the album: Show Don't Tell is awesome. I also like Presto, the title track, The Past, Warpaint, and Superconductor. Those are really good. Tracks that didn't stick out, if I had to choose, maybe Scars. But still a good song. Number 16 is Oh, yeah, Laddie just jumped off the bed. Number 16 is Vapor Trails, released on May 14th, 2002. Highlights of the album: One Little Victory is obviously, in my opinion, the best of the album. Ghost Rider is also awesome, and Secret Touch I just love. I love I also like Freeze, which is part 4 of Fear. And yeah, tracks that didn't stick out. If I had to choose, I can't even remember what was at the bottom of my list. I can't even remember. Whatever was at the bottom, I can't remember. Oh, Nocturne. But it's still a great song. Number 15 is Counterparts, released on October 19th, 1993. Tracks that stick out on the album: Animate, Stick It Out, Between Sun and Moon, Leave That Thing Alone. I don't know, but Counterparts, in my opinion, is a great album. Tracks that don't stick out. Once again, I forgot what was at the bottom of my list. Because there's so many Rush albums, so little time. I don't know. Whatever what was at the bottom of my list, I can't remember. So, yeah. Counterparts is number 15. Number 14 is Snakes and Arrows, released on May 1st, 2007. Highlights of the album: Far Cry, The Main Monkey Business, Hope, Malignant Narcissism. So all the instrumentals on the album are awesome, in my opinion. Anything else? I don't know, because Snakes and Arrows was a really good album, I thought. So yeah, tracks that don't stick out. Once again, whatever was at the bottom of my list, and I just made a video on Snakes and Arrows yesterday, so I don't know how I forgot that. Oh wait, no, that wasn't it. But anyway, Snakes and Arrows is a great album. Number 13 is Roll the Bones, released on September 3rd, 1991. Highlights of the album: Where's My Thing is my favorite track on the album, because I just love the instrumental. I just love it. What else? Dreamline is also awesome. Bravado, Roll the Bones, Neurotica I like. Tracks that don't stick out. That doesn't really exist on this album. It's a good album. I really like Roll the Bones. So yeah, number 13 is Roll the Bones. Number 12 is Power Windows, released on October 29th, 1985. Tracks that stick out on the album: The Big Money, Mystic Rhythms, Marathon is awesome. I also like Territories, Emotion Detector, Middletown Dreams, Grand Designs. I probably just said the whole album. I don't know. No, I didn't. There's probably like 2 songs up, but I don't know. Oh, my cat's playing with something. So yeah, tracks that don't stick out don't really happen on this album, because Power Windows is an awesome album. Number 11 is Grace Under Pressure, released on April 12th, 1984. It just turned 35 yesterday. Highlights of the album: Distant Early Warning is awesome. Red Sector A. I don't know, the whole album is great. Tracks that don't stick out doesn't really happen on this album, but if I had to choose, I forgot what was at the Red Lenses, but so great song. So yeah, number 11 is Grace Under Pressure. Top 10 Rush albums were almost to the top 5 then. I don't know. Number 10 is their self-titled debut album, Rush, released on March 1st, 1974. I feel like there's a lot of albums released on March 1st, 1974. Wasn't Queen 2 released that day? Or something like that? I don't know. But anyway. So yeah, Rush. Highlights of the album: Finding My Way. What else? Oh, What You're Doing, In the Mood, and Working Man. Those 4 tracks are awesome. Tracks that don't stick out, if I had to choose, maybe Need Some Love, but it's still a great song. Alright, number 9, a lot of people hate this album. Number 9 is Caress of Steel, released on September 24th, 1975. A lot of albums by them released on September, that is. Highlights of the album: Bastille Day is awesome. The Fountain of Lamnus, The Necromancer, Lakeside Park, and yeah, tracks that don't stick out. If I had to choose, I think I'm going Bald, but still, in my opinion, a good song. So yeah, I would probably say the whole album is a highlight. It's really good. Number 8 is Signals, released on September 9th, 1982. Highlights of the album: Subdivisions, Countdown, uh, what else? Chemistry, Digital Man. Uh, the album is just great. Tracks that don't stick out. If I had to choose, what was at the bottom? It actually doesn't exist on now. I think the bottom was The Analog Kid, but still one of my favorite Rush songs. Is awesome. So yeah, number 8 is Signals. Number 7 is Clockwork Angels, released on June 12th, 2012. Their last album. Highlights of the album: Clockwork Angels, Headlong Flight, The Garden, The Anarchist is awesome. I also like, yeah, the whole album is awesome. Tracks that don't stick out. If I had to choose, maybe BU2B2, but still a great song, I think. Number 6 is Fly By Night, released on February 15th, 1975. Tracks that stick out. You know what? I would just say the whole album. The whole album is awesome. Oh my god. But really, Anthem, Best I Can, Beneath, Between, and Behind, By Torn the Snow Dog, Fly By Night, Making Memories, Rivendell, and In the End. And I just said the whole album, but the album is just awesome. So yeah, number 6 is Fly By Night. Alright, top 5. As you can see, these albums are in the late 70s to early 80s. So, I wanted to keep number 5 and number 2 together because they go well together and they're released right after. But, I don't know. There's other albums I love a lot. But number 5 is A Farewell to Kings, released on September 1st, 1977. Tracks that stick out, the whole album. It's awesome. You have to listen to it, especially Closer to the Heart, Xanadu, Cygnus X1, Book 1, The Voyage. What else? Cinderella Man, A Farewell to Kings, and Madrigal. I said the whole album, but who cares? It's A Farewell to Kings is awesome. You have to listen to it if you haven't. It's really great. Alright, number 4 is Permanent Waves, released on January 14th, 1980. This album is awesome. Tracks that stick out, once again, the whole album. Mainly all the songs. Tracks that don't stick out doesn't exist on this album. Once again, doesn't exist on Farewell to Kings or Fly By Night. But yeah, especially Spirit of Radio, Free Will, Natural Science is my favorite song on this album. Definitely one of their best epics, I would say. And yeah. Alright, top 3. We're getting down to the wire. Number 3, many people would either have this at number 2 or number 1, but for me it's number 3. Number 3 is 2112, released on April 1st, 1976. Tracks that stick out on the album, well, the title track is like, what more can you ask? Because 2112 is in my top 3 Rush songs, without question. It's really great. What else is a highlight? Something for Nothing. A Passage to Bangkok. What else? Oh, Twilight Zone is also awesome. What else? And Lessons in Tears. They're the whole album I just said, and it's awesome. Number 2. This is an awesome album, and it's their shortest album track-wise also. Only has 4 tracks. Number 2 is Hemispheres, released on October 29th, 1978. Highlights of the album, the whole album. Especially the 9-minute spectacular and awesome instrumental, otherwise known as an exercise in self-indulgence, La Via Strangiato. If you haven't heard the song, what are you waiting for? Go on your computer or Chromebook, whatever you have, or phone or anything. Look up La Via Strangiato by Rush, and you are in for a ride, because that song is awesome. I also love the title track, Hemispheres, and Circumstances, and The Trees, and I just said the whole album, who cares? And number 1 is Moving Pictures, released on February 12th, 1981. My favorite Rush album of all time. Tracks that stick out, Tom Sawyer, Red Barchetta. YYZ is my favorite Rush track of all time. Limelight, The Camera Eye, Witch Hunt Part 3 of Fear, and Vital Signs, the whole album. Tracks that don't stick out, does not exist on this classic album. It's awesome. But anyway, here is my list. It's very quiet in this house. And it got dark. So next I'm going to be ranking the album covers of Rush. And I may actually print out, like, the album covers on paper. I don't know, I'll think about it. But anyway, please leave a like, comment if you want, view my videos, and of course subscribe. Thanks for watching this video, guys. This has been Halbuska, signing off.